A little bit of silver in there. Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Dirt Diggers UK. This is Scott. I'm back on one of our home fields, and it's good to be home. This is the first time I've touched the dirt on our own permissions, man. But it's been a crazy last 2 weeks. That's why I haven't been out here. 2 weekends ago, representing Nokta Makro as a nomad at the Rodney Cook Charity Memorial Rally, which was for an absolutely awesome bunch of charities. They raised a phenomenal amount of money. Then I went home. I had to rest up for Detectival, which is the whole next weekend. And that was a blast in itself. And that was a lot of swinging and a lot of work. But it was just an absolute mind-blowing event. The whole last 2 weeks has just been a big blur of happiness in Camp DDUK, which was they're representing. You know what I mean? So we're back out on this field today. This is the field that I've been dying to get back into. They've even raked and rolled it again since I've last been on here. Right on the other side of that bush. 7.5 hammer coins. So we did this field once. Pulled up a silver love token. William the second or third love token. Kim pulled up a ring right off the bat. And I found a Vicky silver way up in that corner. So I'm just going to go hit that corner a little bit. But I'm going to show you what I got. I got some equipment with me today. Choice equipment. Absolutely phenomenal stuff. Let me point you down here. All right. I've got the Nokta Makro bag. New carry bag from Nokta Makro. Check this out. I mean, it's big. It's not humongous, but it's not small. It's big enough where I can fit in 2 metal detectors. I got my bag in here. I got my headphones. I actually brought my spade. I folded my spade down, and it actually goes in this area right here. It goes right in there in 2 pieces. It's absolutely phenomenal. So today I'm bringing the Simplex with the stock coil, and I've got the Amphibio down below right here. But I've got the KR40 on it today because I want to punch some pretty deep holes and see what's going on around here, because right across the street was like a neolithic flint axe head was found. It's just really good stuff, guys. So you know what? I'm just going to stop talking, man. Just talking. Just keep on yapping away. I'm going to go metal detecting. Thanks for joining us today, Scott, DirtDiggers UK. Let's go find something good. So I'm going to be shooting today in semi-panoramic mode, with some high quality frames per second and stuff like that. But I'm just going to show you guys my settings real quick. That's the KR40 coil. It's absolutely a humongous beast, but it's a really good coil. You'd be very surprised. I'm on the Amphibio multi to start with. I got my settings from Robert Hunter Collinson, who's an avid Amphibio fanatic.
Yeah, he's really cute. He's very, very cute.
Check him out. I'll leave a link below. Please give him some support, as he's giving me support today. I've got a bunch of his settings in here, but they're all plugged in. They're ready to go. I've saved them, and we're just going to get out there and pound this field. All right, third hole with the Amphibio KR40 coil, Nokta Makro. It's happening. It's live. It's in the field. It's happening right now. Just pulled this up with the Pinpointer. I'm using the Pulsedive, by the way. And it seems to be, it's a little bit green, but it's really dark green. It's like super, super dark. And there's nothing on that side, but on this side, there seems to be a lot of dirt. I'm not going to screen, it might even be hollow. I don't know. I'm going to put some water on that and clean it up. So check this thing out. As I predicted, it was hollow. It's got a little tab thing in a little post. So if anybody knows what that is, could you please drop it in the old comments down below? I'd really like to know. I have no idea what it is. All right, we've got Huntress Kimmie in the field as well, you guys. But check this out. This is what she's just found. I have no idea what that is. It's got some letters on it. I'm gonna run some water on that. Right, so here it is cleaned up. It's got a little bit of iron on the back of it, but you can see there's some letters going on there. No idea what that says. If you guys have any idea, U, O, or O, R, or a B, F, I have no idea. There's a B on the bottom, that's all I know. Comments, please. What do you think it is? Man, I'm still buzzing from last weekend. It was an absolutely phenomenal event. I got something in the weight here. I'm just going to pluck that out. I got a feeling it might be a rifle shell or something. Yes, my assumption is correct. It's all rotten. All rotty blowout of a shell. Here we go. Last week. Is that it right there? It is too. All right, what do we got? I see a little bit of green on there. Let's get a little brassy, a little bronzy. Okay. Doesn't look like much, guys. Nope, no idea. Maybe part of a wheel. A bronze wheel? I don't know. Weird. But I know it came out and it's right there. I'm going to pull it out for you guys right now. Is it a button? A little wipe. Not seeing much. Not seeing anything. Is it a button? Yeah, that's a button. Right, a few videos back when this field was all grown in, I only had this little strip to do all the way up, if you remember that. From the hedgerow to this little drain area right here, all the way up the field. That's all I got to work with today. So it's kind of exciting because this has never been plowed before. We've only been on this field like 3 or 4 times. But to have this area plowed next to the hammered field, yeah, I'm going to swing it. Got a nice 72 causing an eddy current in my coil, which is what it does. You know, when a piece of metal's in the ground and it makes that signal, connects the signals of your coil. It's called an eddy current. If you did not know. I'm right on it here somewhere. 72 going on, and the old amphibio. So you might have scattered it out. Oh, we got something going on here, guys. Oh. What could it be? Oh, come on now. All right. Right on the hedgerow. Oh, boy. A little bit of silver in there. Oh, goodness. There's a lot more silver in there. What's coming out of that coin? Why is it green? Is it a coin? Let's flip it over. Wow, this is exciting. Something going on in the back. Might be a button. It's green. Why is it green? And then there's silver. Guys, I'm just going to clean that up real quick. You know how I am. I don't want to rub that dirt right in there. I see something going on. Check that out. Can you see that? All right, let's stop messing around. Let's get this clean for you guys. Just a second. You guys won't believe this. Check this out. You won't believe it. Probably by far one of my best livery buttons ever. Check that out. Isn't that stunning? Silver coated livery button. It's like a dragon head, isn't it? You know, there's another thing that people don't look up when they find things that look like dragons. There's things called wyverns. W-Y-V-E-R-N. They're like similar to a dragon. But check that out. It's absolutely awesome, folks. Totally enthused by that. Wow, man. It called to me. The hedge line called, and I answered. And look at that. That's amazing. That's the find of the day so far. Wow. Look at that. Stunner. Huntress Kimmie's on a find, guys. She's got a little coin going on here. Check that out. Can't really see too much going on, but I think if we clean it carefully, it's got some really good patina on there, Kim.
Yeah, maybe a thicky penny.
Might be a big fat thicky penny.
Yep.
Heck of a signal on the cruiser.
It was actually.
It was, wasn't it?
56.
Banging.
Yep.
All right, we're going to give it a quick clean, guys, and see if we can get something off of that for you. All right, so we gave it a little bit of a clean, guys, and you can kind of see there's an 8 down there in the second digit area. So I'm going to say 1800s. So that is definitely going to be a Queen Victoria on this side, which is definitely hard to get off. It's like the clay is dried right on there. But we might be able to get something off of that. But we could definitely go by the date and say that is definitely a big fat 1 penny, Queen Victoria, 1800s. Very cool. Very nice. Good job, Huntress Kimmie. Right then, you can see the dark spot down there in the dirt, down the hedgerow. That's where Kimmie found that coin. And right after that, that's where I found that beautiful livery button. I just got a banging signal. As you can see, I'm just going to cruise this whole hedgerow. Goes way up there. I'm just going to cruise the hedgerow nice and slow. I'll take my time. Got a bit of a banger. Doesn't seem like it's too far away from the surface, so I'm just going to keep you guys on here. If you could bear with me for a minute. Yeah, something going on right here. Hold on, let's move this big coil. I'm right on it. It was a banging signal though. I just had to stop. Pull out the camera. Why is it so hard to find here? There it is. There's something right there. There's something right there. You see it? All right, let's keep an eye on it. Keep your eye on the prize. Ooh, check that out. Ooh, what's going on? We got something going on here. We got some action. What is that all about? Let's inspect that. Ooh, got a little hole in the top. I'm already starting to believe, leading to believe, it's a, one of those watch winders. Look at that. Let me give that a little clean, guys. It can be really decorated on there, and I don't want to rub the crust in there like an abrasive sandpaper and just ruin the whole face of it. So, just a second. All right, so here you go. Check it out. I'm led to believe it's a watch winder, but it doesn't... Look, that hole's way too small, I think. Maybe it was part of a watch winder. Because a watch winder, if you notice, the other watch winders, they have something on each end. But this just seems like a finger twist part with that. But that's pretty cool, whatever it is. Flip it over, sorry. Let me flip it over. There's nothing going on there either. Very cool find. Whoa, what is that? Is there something in there? I'll clean it better when I get home. Awesome find. If you haven't known, I wrote an article for Archaeological and Treasure Hunting magazine about the British hedgerow and all the varieties of trees and why they're there. And I just wanted to know why this hedgerow was here. And I took all the research that I've learned about in the past few years about British hedgerows, and I put it together in one little orchestrated event that you can read. And I'll put a link for that in the description. You're going to be really phenomenally blown away by this, by some of the things you might learn. It was actually featured in the Rodney Cook Memorial edition of their magazine as well, which is absolutely phenomenal. All right, so I want you guys to check that out. And that's all about the British hedgerow. Right, so there's this that right in the middle of the field. And I'm right next to it. I get a signal. Am I on? No, I'm not. Always do that. What's this? What is that? Is that a potmend? I think it's a potmend. I really do. That's cool. So this might be a water feature here, an old well, an old ancient well from back in the day. I mean, if they were using potmends for their you know, clay jugs and stuff. That's way back in the day. But that's cool. Water source brings people. People drop things. And I'm getting some age. Some of the things I can find in the area. So that's pretty cool. Very cool. Pot mend. You know, I keep hoping for something around. I found something around. It took me a while to find it. Look at a little buttony. Really hoping it's not. But it is. And that's the way it goes, guys. Happy little button. Little pewter jobber. It's called a tomback. Small tomback. At that. There you go. So check this out. Huntress Kimmie just found this. Big, heavy lead. Something totally decorated. That's really wicked, Kim. Beautiful find. A little shredded on the end over there. Show you guys the back. No idea. Might have been something in the middle. Doesn't seem like there's any broachy hang-on things, but it's lead. Maybe over there, I don't know. Something, I don't know. Nice find, Kim. Very good job. Hey, so that's it for me, you guys. Me and Kim are going to pack it up and go home. As you can see, it's just a big open field. It's really good to be back on the home permissions. Been away for 2 weekends. Don't know what kind of land I was getting into. I didn't know the land. I know this land. I knew that there were things on the other side of this hedgerow. So we did this hedgerow. I went all the way up this hedgerow right here. And we did find some things. Like I was hoping we would. And we did. But otherwise, most of this field's been a little bit too quiet. But the hedgerow was the place to be. So hey, what does that tell you? You know what I mean? Scott, Dirt Diggers UK, awfully appreciative you've stopped by today, watched the video. We'll be out here again this week. We're just going to keep pounding this area until we come up with some more hammers. Hopefully, maybe a gold one even. Gold hammer. Thanks for joining me today. Much obliged. I'll see you next time around. Dirt Diggers UK. See you later.